Okay, so I did check over the break. The Chukchi do get a pretty hefty bonus over in kind of tundra regions due to religion, due to special tile improvements. They get to change resources from like fish to walruses. They get reindeers from deers. They have some pretty hefty bonuses in kind of the snowy tundra region. The problem is, how well will they be able to defend themselves in both the New Worlds and back home when you have civs like the Shanu, who have been really aggressive? You've got Siam to the south of you, Korea, who just will not die, amazingly enough. I mean, the Chukchi have tried to take out the Koreans. It didn't work. Even the Japanese here, too. The Japanese with a huge fleet that could just eat this stuff up. That's where things are going to get really interesting in this campaign, I think. Just because an AI dominates the colonization game won't necessarily mean that they're going to survive. I guarantee you there's going to be, I'm going to say it right now, I'm going to say at least 7 civs that are no longer in the old worlds that were banished from the old world, lost all their cities, and now they're just living in the new world. I bet that happens. I'm putting my money on it right now. I'm going to say 7. I'll probably forget. When I forget, let me know in the comment section. Say, Drew, you forgot, but you said 7, and you were wrong. There's like 20. No, I don't know, but I really think that will happen. We've seen that in other old world battles that we did. It wasn't anywhere close to 7, though. It was probably like 2, maybe 3. But because this is a bigger map, because there's more civs, there might even be 10. I'm going to say at least 7, though. At least 7. We'll see. Persia and Arabia pieced out. We've got the Huns, the Goths, piecing out with Arabia too. The Umayyad piecing out with the Persians. And the Ottomans and the Umayyad are at war, something to keep in mind. The Pope is also at war with the Umayyad, but he's not going to be able to do much here. Nigeria going after the Songhai capital. Also, we might see the fall of Warsaw. It all depends on how well the Goths do here. The Goths are a few tiles away. We talked about how, imagine if Sweden were to squeeze in and take Warsaw away at the last second. Totally possible. Totally possible. We're now processing for the mods here. Ooh, messed up. The Polish decided to attack the Swedish instead of the Goths with that city bombardment and the composite bowman attack, I believe. All right, so here's what the Goths are going to do. They only can do a few attacks. This is going to be interesting. Is Finland at war with Poland too? Off the top of my head, I don't know. The Umayyad and the Moguls piecing out. Japan and Byzantium piecing out. And that is it so far. No new conflicts so far. So we might see 2 capitals fall within this video. I think it's somewhat likely. But we'll see about that. The British staying pretty quiet. So is a lot of Europe. Never mind. The British are not quiet anymore. Okay, that looks like they're gearing for South America. Who's got the first ideology? Shanu with autocracy. Of course they do. Of course they do. Are there any more settlers that I miss? Lots and lots of huge Spanish fleet. Huge Spanish fleet. I was like, who is that? But no. Oh, the Ashanti. That guy's been out there for a long time. He's looking at Africa. He is focused on Africa. We learned from the former British settler that the AI targets a position and goes for that position no matter what he discovers while he's moving towards that position, he will not change his mind. That's what we figured out from the AI. Because that's exactly what happened with Cardiff. Interesting that the Shanu were the first to discover an ideology by turn 210. Seems pretty early. We'll see if again Mongolia cutting them in half though is huge, and they also have this pretty scary border with the Huns, which the Huns have allowed a lot of people to stay alive. I've never seen the Huns this peaceful, especially on immortal difficulty. Like if I spawn next to the Huns on immortal difficulty, okay, well let's say on deity difficulty, that's almost an instant restart. Like if I'm a peaceful civ and I've got nothing unique in terms of war early on. If it's a deity game, I'm restarting. Boom, I'm re-rolling because the Huns are tough. So it's very strange to see them be so peaceful. Oh my gosh, Finland, you gotta stop, man. You keep on going. He's gonna keep on going with settlers. That's crazy. Sweden over here as well. Scandinavia. Oh my gosh, there's another. Now, that is along kind of the North Pole there. He might not be looking at these snowy tiles. He might be looking for the New Worlds. We know that Finland has spotted a few locations in North America. Is that 3 settlers? We already know Kazakhstan's heading for probably California. Probably California. Indonesia about to go and discover probably California as well. West Coast. I'm sorry. California bias. I'm sorry for those that live in Oregon and Washington. You probably have to hear that all the time, West Coast, and then they just say California, Southern California specifically. I'm playing to the stereotype. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for my Washington and Oregon viewers. West Coast of the U.S. and then I'm just talking about the U.S. too. I'm not talking about, is it Vancouver here? Vancouver there. There's Vancouver Island, I think, right? Didn't someone tell me that? Maybe you guys were joking around with me. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, obviously Songhai lost its capital, and it was to Nigeria, which is huge. So there's probably going to be a very quick war. You know what? The Ashanti might use this to their advantage. They might take them out. Now, actually, the Benin just declared war on Nigeria. They lost enough units. I bet you the Ashanti declare war soon too. That's too bad, because we might have seen a power that we've never seen do well before in Africa. Well, this is their first time in a game like this, but would have liked to have seen Nigeria do a little bit better. It's not like, I don't know. I don't mean to count them out this early. It just looks like the Ashanti are going to declare war. Although they do have an open borders agreement, so it's less likely. Less likely. Keyword less. I don't know. They could still declare the war, or they could wait till the deal is ended as well. Yeah. So that's going for. I'm going to guess Brazil. We're going to see like British Brazil. This is what I'm saying. This Finnish caravel has discovered like all of northern Canada, and there's three Finnish settlers. We got to keep an eye on those guys. So what do we have? We've got Britain with the settler heading off this way. At least one, right? Yes. One. Kazakhstan. When did that happen? Was that just declared? Either way, that's huge for Great Britain if they take out the Celts here. Celts who had the opportunity. I thought I was giving the Celts an amazing opportunity to do really, really well for colonization. I don't know why they couldn't get it going. I guess, I mean, it's hard. I know that Ireland is a tough place to start, but still, that could have been. I thought it was going to be a good opportunity for them. These guys still have not settled. Still waiting for them. By Moria, which one did you take? Oh, you took over Burma. Oh, whoa, that's going to pull you into a war with Siam at some point, I think. Interesting. That will be very interesting. Shanghai, staying strong. Tibet also. Look at Tibet defending itself from the Shanu. Tibet, I got to give Tibet, like, just major bonuses. Let's just end the campaign here and give Tibet the victory, right? Because in the last campaign, Tibet survived. Like, that was the funniest part. People didn't really care about the winner of the last campaign. They were just like, let's just give it to Tibet. The fact that they survived is amazing. They're doing the same thing here. Like, Tibet, it's interesting. They're like really, really good at defending themselves as a tall nation. They don't ever play wide, but as a tall nation, they're defending themselves. They've got they got 3 cities. They got 3 cities, but still. Do they have an infrastructure? They don't even have an infrastructure in place. They don't even care. They're coming close to an infrastructure, but they don't even care. They're just defending this stuff. I mean, hey, if they survive again, maybe we just need to give them the victory, right? We'll give them an honorary choice. Okay, Shanu moving up towards Siberia. We'll have to see if that is for the New Worlds or if that's just to settle this massive space here. It could be. It could be. Okay, let's see what Finland is doing. So that's one settler. Sweden decided to stay in Central Asia. So these two could be also doing the same thing. They could be doing also the same thing. So the Shanu, the British, Kazakhstan, Chukchi, I think 4 settlers off the top of my head that will be heading to the New World very soon. I know I'm missing one, I think. Okay, so we've been so focused on the New Worlds. Let's. Oh yeah, has Warsaw not fallen? What are you doing, Goths? Well, let's see if they fall here. Well, they're not. They're probably not, but you can get pretty close. Yeah, you can get pretty close. Sweden really just super aggressive. They're not gonna let this slide here. They actually might have a very good opportunity. They've got a knight and a musketman. 2 melee attacks off the eastern side of Warsaw. That's huge. Okay, so like I was saying, we've been focused so heavily on the New World. Let's look at the Old World. I'm sorry, not the Old World. Let's look at Australia. So Indonesia probably knows this really, really well. And also the Pacific Islands uncolonized as well. So much space over here. So Persia will more than likely come over this way. Oh, and there they are. If they survive, there they are. Where was didn't we see, was it Moria or was it Maratha? Oh yeah, Moria. They're just chilling. They were locked for a different position, I think, and they got trapped there, more than likely. All right, well, Persia will be heading off this way. I don't think I mentioned this, but the Congo. Oh, okay, the Congo settled this island. They'll probably be pretty interesting at colonization too. Uh-oh. Okay, so Siam now has declared war on Tibet. I might have jinxed him. I'm so sorry, Tibet. I'm so sorry. So is Maratha. Ooh, I'm sorry. That's Moria. Moria and Tibet, and Siam declaring war on Tibet. Oh, but they pieced out with the Shanu. The problem is they're not going to be able to move these units. First of all, we just talked about how they didn't have an infrastructure. Siam would have a better chance, though. There's more tiles this way to move through than this mountain range here. But Siam, I think, is still distracted with the Chinese war. Prussia and Russia. Now, there is a Prussian city out this way. Yeah, so you're going to lose that. The Huns with the settler. We need to watch this guy to see where he's going. China and Denmark. That's nothing. I forgot that Denmark's still alive. They've been so quiet. Although Denmark could still colonize technically. Look at this. You still have a small passageway through the North Sea. But I haven't seen any of their units over here, so, you know, who knows. Still a lot of wasted boats in this location. And this is getting to the point where I want to mention that more than likely I will be missing settlers. There's probably going to be a lot of things that you guys see that I won't see for maybe a video or two. So, like, I'm probably missing a few countries that have discovered the New World, or I'm definitely going to miss, for sure, a lot of the settlers that are heading off towards the New World. Just want to make that comment. You guys will see that. That's a good reason why the comment section is always a beautiful thing to check on for viewers. Obviously, I look at the comment section as much as I can, but I record these in blocks, so I can't always, update it with the next video. With like an update from what you guys are saying and stuff like that. But usually I usually end up figuring out what's going on within a video or two, or seeing a settler, spotting the settler, or spotting the civ. Japan with the settler, I hope they do something with that, but I don't know how long it's been there. I'm going to guess it's been there for a long time. Anyways, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan along the west coast. Looks like they're heading for about San Francisco or Southern Oregon. I wouldn't know which one you'd... This is probably San Francisco, so maybe that's like Southern Washington. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. But anyways, Kazakhstan's going to make it there. Finland still discovering the east coast of the U.S. Chukchi is moving down south now. Why are you moving down south, Chukchi? Lots of missionaries heading off this way too, which is kind of odd. Is the Shanu... Let's see what they do. They probably won't make a choice now. Japan has adopted order, so Japan must be kind of higher up in either technology or they built 3 factories. Very unlikely that they built three factories. Hey, this works now. I'm not sure if this mod got updated or something. I feel like maybe the 60 plus civ mod got updated. Feels like it did, because I know a few of my buttons were like kind of locked off. Anyways, there are 54 civs still left in the campaign. That's incredible. The fact that we started off with 60 or 61, can't remember. And there's only been 6 civs eliminated by turn 214. I would have never guessed that. Would have never in a million years. That's crazy. Anyways, lots of opportunities to colonize. So yeah, it's just been Japan and the Shanu. Japan choosing order. Which is kind of weird because this is is it Tojo? Is that how you pronounce it? This is the Tojo Japan, which they were a fascist country. The mod is supposed to be, I think, Japan in the 1940s. So Just kind of interesting. I know that obviously the Shanu chose autocracy, so they can't really go historical here. I don't think the AI really takes that into consideration at all either. But it just, I don't know. Would have been interesting if they chose autocracy. Nonetheless, that's fine. They chose order. No major conflicts. Oh, we've got another Shanu settler coming out this way. China and the Ottomans. Chukchi having a rough time taking over Shanghai. Again, I've got to think that it's got to be due to the Chinese unique unit. Ooh, they're going to be attacking from this side here. Oh, that's Tibet too. I'm sorry, I get these confused. Moria, the only one that's sending any units this way. I think Siam is... Well, Siam's doing better. It looks like they've built a lot more units. Oh my gosh. All right, so you started to mobilize here. China and Korea have peaced out. Wait a second. Is there a Siamese-Korean war that I missed? It looks kind of like it. Siam, you have a really good opportunity of doing amazing in this campaign. I don't want you to ruin it. It kind of looks like you're going to ruin it. You're in a lot of different conflicts. I know that you're safe, but if you just took it, one conflict at a time, you'd probably do a lot better. Another Persian settler. Another Persian settler. Greece has stayed alive. Great Britain ended up taking over the Celtic capital. Warsaw, by the way, still trucking. Barely. All right, that's another huge move for the British. Really, really big move for the British there. Still no Spanish settlers. Again, Spain might be distracted by war. That could be one of the things that we're seeing. Okay, what's going on here? So we do see Sweden with multiple units. They didn't take as much health away as I thought they would. It's gonna be close. It is gonna be close. We very much could see still Sweden swoop in. It looks like it. They've got another musketman that's coming. They've got this knight here. And the Goths have been really, really bad at organizing an attack. First of all, they're not even using this lumber mill. I have no idea why. Maybe there's lava on it. I don't know. Maybe they're playing Lava Monster. I don't know. Although, if Sweden does take it, that's just... I don't know. I wouldn't really... Oh, World Congress has been founded. That's good, because we got to skip that, and there's no, huge, long processing of turns. That's why I love the 60-plus Civ mod. It's so amazing. With 43 civs, there'd be, I'd have to end the episode because it would take, 10 minutes. So, that's beautiful. We can just suppress it, not worry about it, and move on with our life. Okay, this is kind of a big deal. So, Sweden is about to process their turn. I think it's actually Poland and Sweden. Poland has a good opportunity of taking out this musketman. Actually, I think if I was a betting man, I think it will go to Sweden. It really depends on this turn here, though. Depends on what they do, and depends on what Poland does. Still, huge news, by the way, for very, very big for the British taking over the Celtic capital. That's huge. They've got so many coastal cities. They've got a really good opportunity. Let's see what Sweden does. They actually might not melee attack Warsaw, which would be also a problem, and it would mean that we probably can't predict exactly what's going to go down here. They did melee attack it. I don't know how reluctant the AI is at... Wow, they got a lot of health back. They got a lot of health back, but if they're going to attack... It depends on the Goths, but I'm going to stop right there, though, guys. I want to see that ideology. No, let me see the ideology. Chukchi, okay, chosen autocracy. Ooh, Shanu and the Chukchi both choosing autocracy. That's kind of interesting. Is there any other notifications? No. Lots and lots of denouncements, though. Here we go. Okay, so let's just see the Goths, and I'm going to have to stop it there. So, clearly the civs at war are taking a little bit longer to process, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why that is. Sweden just controlling the Baltic Sea right now. There might be a really fun war between the Finnish and the Swedish. That would be very interesting. Very fun. All right, so what's going to go down? Come on, Goths, you got it. I mean, you're talking about, well, you can't fire across the forest. You didn't do anything. That's part of the issue, is that the Goths aren't really attacking Warsaw that much. This is going to be close because I don't know if the knight will move in on the city. This musketman's definitely going to die, though. Well, we could always instant heal. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I'll have to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.